Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. Welcome back to the latest Benidorm's news update. As every Monday and Friday, we'll let you know the latest news, the latest events, everything that you should know if you will be coming on holidays to Benidorm or Costa Blanca region shortly. As usual, first of all, we will talk about the situation in tourism. We'll let you know the latest changes that are happening in Benidorm town. Then we'll be talking about restaurants and bars in Benidorm that are implementing a brand new service and incredible change that will make these places even more inclusive and suitable for everyone. And the last news will be about the famous San Juan night, the Hogueras, the bonfire night. What will be happening? Because already right now, finally, we have the full program, and for the first time in a lot of years, especially after pandemics, there's gonna be 3 celebrations around Benidorm, including Benidorm's Poniente Beach. And at the end, we will talk about the weather forecast. What kind of weather will be accompanying us through the whole entire week? Let's start today's news update. Let's start as usual with the situation update in terms of tourism and everything new that is happening in Benidorm town. As previously updated at the beginning of this video, Benidorm has launched a new campaign for 2024 for the summer season itself to actually provide some extra information and some safety measures for all local tourists and international tourists too. These numerous billboards, these panels, this information is available everywhere you go. There's around 30 access points towards different beach areas in Benidorm town, and there you will be able to find this information both in Spanish and in English as well. And these are basically a few tips, around 6 tips that are being given for you to ensure safer holidays here in Benidorm town. Here on the screen, you're able to see all of it, and these are different most important points. First of all, check out your belongings on the beach and bring only necessary things. Don't bring expensive jewelry, expensive cameras, mobile phones, big bags that could draw attention of the thieves and of the pickpocketers. And like this, your belongings will be safer than if you would bring them on the beach. In this case, we would like to give you an alternative. We always say about it, but use waterproof cases, the ones where you can slide in your mobile phone, and usually there's some space still for a credit, debit card, bank card, for some money or some coins. If you want to spend it on something and you want to pay in cash, leave all the rest of it in your hotel, please, or in the car, anywhere you want, but not on the beach with you, because things are getting stolen. It's something very common, not here in Benidorm only, but in every single country where touristic area is. These things do happen, so make sure that it's not going to be your case. Apart from that, avoid making exercise in the peak hours of sunshine. This is very important because a lot of people feel that, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I've been coming to sunny countries for a while. I'm get used to it now. What's going to happen in half an hour, 1 hour on the sunshine? A lot of things will be happening. First of all, there is like a sunstroke. There's like when the sun hits you, the rays of the sun, the heat, and then there's a heat stroke as well. So there is one from the heat and there's one from the sun, direct sunlight, and they're equally bad. They raise a lot of fever, a headache, a dizziness, a really bad feeling inside of the body. And if people are not getting help from it, some people actually lose their lives. So if you're sensitive to it, and in general, all the exercise, walking on the sunshine for quite a lot of time without a sun hat, without the bottle of water to hydrate yourself, this is not recommended between around 11:30, 12, up until 3 something, 4 in the evening. Avoid these peak hours and spending a lot of time on the sunshine or in these type of high temperatures, because it is dangerous. Spanish sunshine is aggressive, so take that into consideration. for your next holidays here in the area. The next part is to not to play with the potato scammers. They say that it's not a game, it's a scam, and they're actually true. Both the town hall and the police department. This is not a game; it's a scam. There's two parts of the scam. First one is that obviously you bid some money on it and you will lose because there's absolutely no way you could win this game eventually. And the second part is if you have some belongings in your pockets on the back, or if you have some belongings in the bag that is like crossed like this, and while you're fully concentrated on the game trying to win and do your best, the people who work for them around you that look like clients that are interested in the game, you know, like other tourists, usually they speak English quite well, they will take your belongings from your pockets and your purse. The other part is not to buy drinks from the mojito sellers. We call them mojiteros because they've started selling mojitos on the beach, but usually by now they sell a lot of different cocktails that they just mix randomly. There's tequila sunrise, there's sex on the beach, there's mojitos, there's a lot of things, even Muay Thai, maybe. There's a lot of different parts that they're able to mix. But the worst part about this is not that it's an illegal service, but that they're using non-certified alcohol. There's no sanitary measures being taken there whatsoever. The alcohol, a lot of the times, to reduce the costs and have the biggest profit possible, is a rubbing alcohol, and they use that because it's cheap and they can use a tiniest bit only in each one of them and saves them a lot of money. So please do not purchase these alcohol on the beach. Apart of it's not allowed to actually drink alcohol on the beach, but there's plenty of bars and cafeterias and chiringuitos right next to the beach line. Grab a nice cocktail there. It's going to be the same price, but you will know that it's a quality thing, that you will not need to go to the hospital afterwards. And then a few last ones are not to leave people that are sensitive to the sun and to the heat inside of the car on the sunshine, because in a very short amount of time you can get health issues. And the last one is to leave all valuables in the safety deposit box in the hotel. That's the best recommendation ever. And all this is available all around Benidorm town. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is about restaurants, bars, and cafeterias in Benidorm, and some of them in Villa Joyosa as well, that are implementing brand new menus that will be fully accessible and available for blind people. Not only fully blind, but legally considered blind people, which means that sometimes people still have a tiniest bit of vision, or maybe like a blur or like a tunnel vision, like a small tunnel like this, due to different diseases or accidents or whatever it is. But those who are legally considered blind or need help, so for these cases, only yesterday, Thursday, the Hosteleria Association in Benidorm signed a brand new contract with a company that is called 11 here in Spain. It's one of the biggest ones, and it helps to gain strength and to find jobs for a lot of people that have different types of disabilities, especially the vision disability as well, which is great. It has helped a lot of people here in the area and in Spain in general. And this time, this agreement allows already 10 of the places, which I'll tell you right now which ones these are. You'll see it on the map. 10 places so far have signed this agreement and already have these types of menus that are made with a transcript, you know, the fraille transcript that allows you to read with your fingers. I think that's a great alternative. Which places have implemented it so far? First of all, here is the map, and here goes the spots. First one is Pizzeria La Toscana, situated in Benidorm town. You'll see it on the map popping up. Then there is Pinocchio Playa on the beach of Levante. Taberna Andaluza, which is situated right in front of the Madeira Central Hotel. Spaso Restaurant at the end of the Levante beach by the Old Town. Rico Cafeteria, one of our favorite spots for a typical Spanish breakfast and some snacks, situated on the Levante beach as well, towards the end of it, right next to the Old Town. And then Hogar del Pescador, which is a restaurant that is situated in Villa Joyosa, outside Benidorm. It's the only one that is from Villa Joyosa. All of the rest are in Benidorm itself. Benidorm is becoming more and more inclusive each time, and I think it's great. There is different types of mobility, accessible beach areas. Almost every single, with an exception maybe of one or two, almost every single spot that is tourist interest place, historical place, or something that is recommended to visit are accessible for wheelchair, for mobility issues too. Or at least there is a road around that will bring you to that exact spot. Hotels, restaurants, cafeterias, everything is adapted. So by now, Benidorm even received an award of being almost fully inclusive. No matter what, there's even scuba diving lessons for those who have wheelchair access, who cannot walk. There is different types of excursions on boats everywhere you go. Barely anything could stop you on enjoying your holidays here in Benidorm town. So I think it's a great alternative. I would just hope that more and more places would implement these types of special menus so that people that need this type of help, need this type of menus, would not depend on anyone to choose what they would like to have for a snack, meal, or a drink. Good start for now on. And the last news I wanted to share with you all is about the San Juan 2024, the Hogueras in Alicante and the Night of San Juan. This is an authentic tradition of our region. It's not celebrated like this in any other part in Spain. Yes, people might do some bonfires symbolically in some parts North Spain, but here is where the essence comes from. Here is where the biggest amount of events are happening. We will have not only one place this year where we'll celebrate Hogueras and the Night of San Juan, but three this year for the first time, a lot of years, especially after pandemics. The first one is going to be Benidorm Poniente Beach. Great place. Last year there wasn't much going on in general in Benidorm. We've showed it to you, and it was quiet as usual in the evening, night time. But this year on the Poniente Beach, this beach right here towards the Cala, towards the end of Poniente Beach, there's going to be these monuments, hogueras. Then there's going to be different types of events. On the 24th, which is Sunday, by the way, the night of San Juan is celebrated from 23rd, which is Sunday, to 24th, which is Monday. So on Monday, 24th at 2 p.m., there's going to be the famous Spanish mascletao, which is firecrackers, daytime firecrackers, on the street of Santander, which is this one right here. Afterwards, at 10:30, there's going to be crema, which is the burning to the ground of these monuments, of these sculptures. In Albir, they do not mention anything about the night itself on the 23rd, so I guess the celebration will be on the 24th only. In Albir, however, for the first time in a long, long time, we will have a celebration the night of San Juan, Sunday, 23rd, starting from 5 p.m. There's going to be DJ, there's going to be live music, and at night, midnight, we will burn the only hoguera, the only bonfire that is technically allowed here, that is made by the town hall and authorized by the town hall in Albir. Probably it's going to be right at the beginning of the beach by the anchor. So if you will be here in the area, check it out definitely. And on the 24th in the morning between 9 and 11, there's going to be a traditional ready, which is beach cleaning. All families, people who care about the environment, locals, tourists, are grabbing different types of bags, boxes, doesn't matter what it is, just something to put their rubbish and the garbage in. And they're cleaning the beach line. And the same is happening in the natural park of Sierra Helada between Albir and Benidorm. Definitely great alternative, great way to show people what it looks like, how many garbage pieces and litter pieces there are found on the beach itself and in the natural park, and at the same time clean up the area and make it more pleasant for both locals and tourists. So if you fancy these types of things, definitely show up in Albir between 9 and 11 on the 24th of June. And the last part where we will have some kind of celebration will be the Cala of Finistrat. As last year we've showed it to you, there was a very nice atmosphere. The beach was full. There was barely any space to sit down, barely any place to park the car. People were using public transport or leaving the cars the day before or early in the morning that same day, there's so many people out there. And this is where we have a live music. There's performance for children slightly earlier in the day, like 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. Then we start with some live concert, live music, and starting from around 10 p.m., there's going to be DJ session of like electronic music and pop artist music, etc. Up until past midnight. There is not going to be any kind of bonfire or nothing like this, but there's going to be very nice atmosphere with the music. A lot of people will be having snacks and dinner at the beach. This day, it is actually allowed without barbecue and without bonfires. And people will be jumping through the waves and just having a lot of fun in this part. And hopefully this year we will be able to show you all three spots on the night of San Juan. What is La Cala Finestrat looking like? What is Benidorm looking like? And what is Albir looking like? And maybe we will finish out the evening right here in Albir to watch a lovely bonfire and enjoy the night. Maybe if you're not here this year, for next year, you will plan your holidays so that you wouldn't miss this incredible celebration, authentic tradition from our region. And now let's talk about the weather. What is waiting for us this whole entire week? So far, we've been avoiding different types of climate issues, weather issues. It's been raining. There was Dana here in Spain, but our area kind of managed to avoid it. There are some clouds in the sky, but it's nothing major. All the rest is like blue sky, slight wind, but nothing major. It's nice to be outside. It's very warm. It's 30, 32 degrees on the sunshine, which is still good. At least there is no high humidity, so it's tolerable. There shouldn't be any kind of rain this time, and no heat wave, at least for now. By the way, curious thing, in Spain, 42% of those, so almost half of those who've experimented a heat wave during their holidays in Spain decide not to return, simply because they've had such a bad experience with heatwave that they just don't want to go through it ever again, which is a shame because heatwaves are not always the case in our region and in Spain in general. The temperatures right now 30, 32 on the sunshine. In the evening it's slightly cooler, it's nicer, which is why a lot of people do the vast majority of outdoor activities either in the morning or starting from like 4 or 5 p.m. more or less. That is when it's ideal. That is when we start having some more shade already from the buildings, from the trees. That is when the sun is not as aggressive and we're able to tolerate it longer. And the water temperature is heading towards 23 degrees already, which is great. It's warmer in Benidorm than Albir, for example, or Altea. And it's more or less the same as in Alicante, Santa Pola, Torrevieja. It's ideal for swimming already. By the way, on the Levante Beach and Poniente Beach, they've already installed the floating platforms. In case you love these things, to jump off them, there is some platforms that are made of plastic that are free of charge. And then there's a water park, which is paid one. But if you want to use the free of charge platform, you're more than welcome. A lot of people are doing it already. Thank you for accompanying us on today's Benidorm News Update. We wish you incredible holidays, and we'll see you in a new video here on the channel. Let's start the proper summer in Spain together.